Guys, I can hardly believe it. Matariki Park is finally out. Discover the magic of New Zealand, a paradise for nature enthusiasts and hunters alike, together with new tripod stands. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're regular to the channel, welcome back. What you can expect from this video is a in-depth look of all the new fun things that have come to the game here. What there will not be is story spoilers, and I'll keep information on the map kind of to a minimum. I'm gonna show the map, some of the regions, things like that. We're gonna go over the animals, of course, the encyclopedia stuff, the equipment, and maybe hunt a little. Oh, and I cannot forget, of course, if you do decide not to get the DLC, there's still new stuff for everyone because the game's going to get the update 1.25, and we'll go over those patch notes as well. And where to begin, I don't even really know, but we have our friend here, River. So, yeah, not much of a story spoiler at all, because I actually haven't even done this story. I'll be going through it at my own pace, and I'll be YouTubing it, of course. But the story is about River, and when you pop into the game, you'll get a little bit of a warning. Here's the lodge and everything like that, but you get a little bit of a warning. It says something along the lines of, this story has story spoilers for previous maps. So that implies we have a bit of a timeline for River here. So yeah, I don't know anything about the story or anything like that, but I'm guessing that this is taking place after Nez Perce's story, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know, maybe River went on a vacation. I don't really know, but we will eventually get into that. If you do want to start the story, it does something like Tikamoon Plains. You go over and pick up a phone in Tikamoon, but here you go to this nice little unicorn pool thingy. I think maybe River's on a vacation. You pick up this little drink, I guess. And the story begins. But yeah, I haven't really done that. I guess we'll take a quick look at the Trophy Lodge. I'm not going to... I'll keep the spoilers to a minimum because you guys are going to want to run and check and everything. But it is a really fancy place. And I've already gotten lost into it several times. There's like a downstairs and things like that. No trophies for me as of yet. I haven't... I've been mainly sciencing, not really trophy hunting. But the main thing is, to the left is where the bed is, the storage and the computer. And you get your map here. And if you keep going past the pool, there's a little bit of a garage. So over here is the parking where you can summon a vehicle in. So as far as story and lodge goes, you guys are going to be on your own because I don't want to ruin that for anybody. Just the basic little run through there. It's a nice little building. Oh yeah, and of course, the views. Get ready for really awesome views. Heads up though, this map does appear to be more resource intensive than the other ones. At least that's what I have found. But I'm sure there'll be improvements as it comes. But it seems to be running quite smooth at the moment for me. But I do find that it's a bit more of a resource hog than the other maps. Speaking of maps, let's pop into now. If you don't want to see the map, close your eyes real quick. It's not fully revealed. It's actually very minimally revealed. I just went to each cabin and I've hunted kind of around the new area. But here it is right now. So I don't remember, was it 12 by 12 kilometers? I actually can't remember what they said it was. Anyways, it's quite large. It's definitely large enough. You do start in the middle here. And so the regions that we have the Highlands in the middle. So this sector down here, and there's a large one in the middle. One of your first cabins is down here in the southeast. This is where the grasslands are. So there's two regions. Those grasslands aren't huge, but we do have a grasslands region. And we do have the mountains to the southwest. And then we have lowland forests that are kind of split apart. We have lowlands in the northwest. And we have lowlands in the northeast. So as you can probably see, we do have two private areas. So missions to unlock the mountains here, and missions to unlock the lowland forest. So I got the feeling here, guys, you're gonna get to know this one. Awa Iti Woodland. No, I actually haven't done any of these missions, so I haven't hunted here. But I got the feeling this is where the monster red deer are. I think this is going to be the new diamond drill right over here. This is where the red deer are. Now look at this. I actually didn't notice I popped up all these a whitetail here. Yeah, so while we're in here, I won't do too much, but I will make a mention here if you're new to the game or if you just want to, get some easy hunting done. You know how Tika Moon, when you first get into Tika Moon, you go to the west, there's that big open kind of plains, and it's kind of easy hunting there. And in Aurora Shores, when you first leave the Trophy Lodge and you just go south down the river, there's all these animals, and it's really fairly easy hunting. Well, in New Zealand here, the kind of the new player-friendly hunting area is just east of the lodge, and it's actually in the Highlands. It's fairly easy because there's lots of elevation, hardly any trees. There's some rocks and things like that. But to give you an example, and now this will be a pro for some people and a con for others, because some people don't like a ton of animals, but other people do. So it's one of those things. But if you want to see a ton of animals, just hit over here. I put this little tripod stand here to look over this lake. Take a look at this. Watch. See all these icons around here? Every single one of these guys. Notice the drink zones on this lake right here? Every one of these guys, oh, I guess I didn't find him. This one here, this one here, this one here. And then something there's here, here. Well, not that one. Maybe down here? Oh, I can't see him to grab that guy. Yep, here as well. Point being, there are a lot of icons in herds that come to drink here. Yeah, just hit out of the lodge if you want to see some animals. 9 a.m. Well, actually more like 11. Come in at 11. This can be quite flooded with animals. I've got the idea of maybe setting all these drink zones to often and see how many animals you can actually cram into this lake. I've calculated that you can probably push upwards to like 100 animals. Anyways, there's a lot there. I have not done that yet, but yeah, I was quite surprised when I first logged in and checked this lake. I was running around it and just picking up zones like crazy. So I think that's what they've done here, is all the maps have sort of like an easy, lot of animals you can find like close to the lodge. This is that area for this map. And I think when you go down in the valleys here, this is where the trees and stuff get heavy. So I think this is where the more challenging hunting happens down in here. The grasslands aren't too bad. But yeah, I haven't really been up in the lowland too much, but I think that'd be sort of average hunting. Anyways, outside of the map, what should we go over next? Probably just take a peek at the animals. I'm sure they would have released the whole list by now. When I'm recording this, they haven't actually released the list. But here it is. Let me just sort it. There's actually one animal I'm missing out of the encyclopedia here. Yeah, so we'll just run it down here. Because there's 17, but I only have 16 out of 17. The one I'm missing is the helmeted guinea fowl. So that we already know, well, that's one that they released early on anyways. But here they all are. So we got chamois. A lot of people wanted the chamois to return, so they are here. We have European hare and European rabbit. I didn't actually read these, but yeah, 2 bunny rabbits. Rabbit. We have fallow deer. Feral goat, feral pig, gray-legged goose makes a return. The Himalayan tahr, one of the exciting species we have here. A pheasant, of course. The New Zealand red deer. Remember, they're sort of like the same kind of body they were explaining, but the antlers, of course, have different variations and can get larger. Rocky Mountain elk that we know and love. A sambar deer. These guys are awesome. And same with the sika deer. These guys are really kind of cool, the sounds and everything. Whitetail make a return, can't go wrong with that. Wild boar and wild duck are favorite. Wild duck mallards. Okay, coming up to 10 minutes already in the video. There's tons and tons to cover here, and I, of course, ramble and ramble and ramble. What should we go over next? Probably I should jump out and take a look at the patch notes before we go over the equipment. So I've jumped out to the menu, and here, of course, they've got new animals on the menu. We've got, this is the feral goats. They are pretty cool. I've been recently looking at the horns there, trying to figure out field judgment of fitness. Yeah, there's young ones that give themselves away really early on. It's kind of interesting. So let's go into the notes here. So this is just the intro. When you pop up the game for the first time after downloading the game, we'll show you a little bit of a little like updates here kind of thing. I'm not too sure I'm going to read through all this. Well, let's do Matariki Park in New Zealand offers a remarkable blend of biomes, traverse hilly or mountainous terrain, home to the unique Himalayan tahr and the mighty sambar deer, and venture into the lowland forest areas, a domain of the majestic red deer. Immerse yourself in nature's beauty, lifelike wildlife, and will keep you engaged for hours, all while offering insights into unique local habitats and traditions. So yeah, it goes on there just saying about how awesome, how cool it is. Here's the list. Oh, and then it talks about the tripods. So there's a lot of questions about the tripods. I'm going to go over the basics of it. But I'm actually going to be doing a separate video on the tripods because I've already scienced the things. And there's, I don't believe the game tells you a whole lot. There's a little tutorial about it. I'll show you the basics in this video anyways. But introducing the mobile hunting tripod stand, a game changer for hunters. This feature available for all Way of the Hunter owners on all maps. Allows for the placement of a stand to wait for the perfect opportunity. Patience is key in the Way of the Hunter, whether in Matariki Park in Esperance or Shores Tiki Moon or Transylvania. Please look at the new features, improvements, and fixes in this update and let us know your thoughts on Discord or Facebook. So they put that in just so a reminder you can use these tripod stands on any map. So here's the 1.25 patch notes. So there are 2 tripod stands. We'll take a look in the store in a second. The Big Brother one is the one that comes free with with the update for. So as long as you own the game, you'll get this Big Brother tripod stand. I believe it's $2,999 in the store. The giraffe one, you just have to claim it from the store. So you get that one free with the DLC. And this one's an exciting one. Melanistic fallow deer are in New Zealand here and in Transylvania. Let's just take a look at some of the basics. I don't think the list is that long. Yeah, it's not like I remember when Tika Moon came out, it was like it was a big list. And same with Aurora Shores, because Aurora Shores put the crossbows in, and Tika Moon put the bows in, and they did some significant changes. 1.25 isn't really a huge update. But yeah, the game's changing all the time. But let's take a look here. The spawn system of albino, melanistic, and leucistic animals has been adjusted to make them more rare. This change will take effect after the rares in your current save file have been harvested or died. All right, so you're not going to lose anything like that, but they are going to reduce how often they spawn. Perfectly fine by me. Send and save reset progression options are no longer available in-game, only the menu. Encyclopedia animals are ordered alphabetically. DDD. Yeah, see, basic changes, right? We got improved frame rate on Xbox and PS5. There's a few fixes in here, like a multiplayer one here, the perk fix. Here's an interesting one here. Small branches and leaves stopping bullets on some trees. Distance shown in binoculars and in hunter sense while looking through a scope will remain affected by foliage. So this one I haven't scienced too much, but this is about the hitbox. So they fixed bullets hitting these branches and leaves on some trees. So I guess that's an improvement on the hitbox. But the hunter sense and the binoculars are still going to read the leaf. So I find this interesting because I haven't really tested it now, but this means you can't really trust the hunter sense dot, I think, anymore, because it's going to read the leaf, but you can still shoot through the leaf and the branch on some trees. So the hunter sense dot is no longer, yeah, the rangefinder makes sense because it'll bounce off the branch or like the leaf, I guess. But the hunter sense dot is supposed to show you where the bullet's going to land. So I guess they've made some kind of balancing there. So that's one of the interesting ones. Oh, here's a big one too. The Hunter Sense glow effect on discovered need zones when the player had the perk, walk, and sense unlocked. So this is working right. They shouldn't blink anymore once you've picked up the zone. And that is, I've been running around and it's great that it's now working. And then the little dance with the rattle bay collar has been fixed. So I don't think there's anything too much here, just basic fixes. But that's the update notes. So when I did see this, is full disclosure, when I first seen this, I was sort of disappointed in the patch notes. I was like, there's not really anything else. But oh well, what can you do? That is the patch notes for that come with the game, regardless if you get the DLC or not. So I'm just gonna head to the store here. So that it'd be interesting to see people's feedback on that because we don't have any new rifles. There's no new bows. There's no new optics, scopes, collars, none of that. Heads up. Um, the new equipment is the tripods and just the tripods. So, um, yeah. So, you know, there isn't too much equipment to go over. So here's the shop. It's the exact same list we're used to. There's no big changes or anything here. As far as I know, there's no hidden equipment anywhere. Here's the gear. This is all the same. We'll take a look at the collars just a second. But the tripods are down here. So here's the big brother one. And then here's the giraffe. So like I was saying before, I'm going to go over in a new, like another video, more details on how all this works. But we'll take them out for a spin. So let me just buy this one. So yeah, 2,999. This is the free one. So you got a medium elevation, 360-degree view, and medium installation noise. So that's something what we'll go over a bit more. And then if you go to this one, you have a high elevation, 360 view, and a low installation noise. So this one, basically the DLC one, gives you a higher sitting point and a lesser installation noise. So I'm going to buy this one now, just so we have it. And yeah, attachments are all the same. All that sort of good stuff here. No new vehicles or anything like that. And I think you can pick up the boundaries here if you want. Yeah, here's the 2 private zones if you do need to grab them. So if you run over to, oh, and they seem to put all their puppy dogs up here. It's kind of cute. So if we go to storage, boom. Yeah, so you can set a few things up here. I've been using an interesting setup. I won't go into too much right now, but I brought out the 270 Remington here. But yeah, you can actually bring both of these tripods. Boink. So put them in each slot. And I'll show you the basics of how that works. But before we go, these are the collars you'd bring if you do use the collars, because the elk one does the Rocky Mountain elk, of course, and then the Sika deer also. The red deer, of course, goes for the New Zealand as well. And then you got the hog one for feral pig and wild boar. That's actually all the collars, besides the ducks and stuff. All these other ones don't have any impact on it. So it's mainly just the 3 you always bring. As far as I've been able to see anyways. Yeah, because these are all changed. And there's no predators on the map. Heads up there. Predator hunting is out. There are no predators on the New Zealand map here. So that is also interesting. I just hopped out fast to a little fast travel point that I've made here, or I've found. Just east of the lodge. We're still around kind of the new area. Oh, sorry, I guess I entered the grasslands. So I guess we'll take a look at the grasslands for a second. So this is nice little rolling hills. It's a nice little balance thing. And look, there's animals already here. So let's just journey up here and we'll set up a tripod and take a look. So things to note. I don't want to go too much detail to it, but the tripods do not affect hunting pressure. So, they don't change it. It still works like normal. So if you take a shot from the tripod, it's still the same hunting pressure as if you didn't. So heads up on that, because that's a question that's going to come up. And that's confirmed from the developers. The spooking stuff like that, I'll have to discuss later, because I'll get too much into it probably. Oh, did I spook something? Oh, we got some Sika deer that I made run. I've been focused on these guys out here. Some other Sika deer. And are these I think these are the helmeted guinea fowl. Yeah. So I actually need to unlock them in the encyclopedia. So I'm only on the little hiker difficulty, just so it's easy enough to find something and pick them up. I'm just going to grab the zone 2. Show you that this works now. So blink. Oh, ouch, that's so bright. There we go. And it stops blinking. Yay! Alright. Oh, did I spook them? Even on hiker difficulties, it'll spook the things. So I'll have to find other ones, I guess. Where's this guy running? He's taking a different direction than the rest of them. Oh, there he goes. He's changed his mind now. Here's the alright, I'll just go quickly find some others. Oh, fallow deer. Well, since I'm here, I'm actually going to use these helmeted guinea fowl, just to show you how to set them up. Because there's a minimum range you have to be away from the animals before you can set them up, or it won't let you set them up. But I don't know if it works with small game. I don't think it does. So let's grab just the free one that everybody gets here. The Big Brother. And what you do is you just select like a normal equipment thing. As you can see in the bottom right. Oh, here they are. It says 8 out of 10. I have 2 of them deployed. So you can have 10 on the map total. You don't have to buy any more. When you unlock them once, you get 10. But if you pick the other one, the giraffe one. Oh, that's not the giraffe one. It still says 8 out of 10. So you can mix and match them, but you can only ever have 10. I thought when I first seen it that, oh man, you get 10 of this one and 10 of that one, you'd have 20 of them, which would be cool. But no. So heads up there, 10 per map. And how you deploy it, see, I just scared them guys too. It's hard to focus on things when you're talking and explaining things. So let's pick this thing up. Boink. And how you deploy is you right click. But I want to see if it lets me deploy on small game pretty much, because it won't let you do it on large game. I want to see if it lets me do it here, because I actually haven't tested this. So where's the Big Brother? Here it is. So what you do is you right click. It'll show you a little green little outline. And then if you do, you just left click to deploy. Okay, well, small game doesn't count then. There, kind of fills in like this. So it's going to be E or whatever button on console to climb in. Up you go. And now we have a nice elevated position. And I did not spook this guy. So I actually hadn't tested that yet. Well, I sort of did, but I wasn't sure. So that's kind of confirmed now. A small game. Anyways, I don't know how small or how large. I do know tier 5 and tier 6. You cannot walk up and just set the tripod next to them. There'll be different distances, but that's what I'm trying to avoid, because I don't want the video to go forever. We're aiming at like a 30-minute mark. But yeah, so there is, yeah, how basically that works. I do have the 22 here, so what's this guy? He's just a young little female, but oh well. Let's get a little 22 and go boink. Whoa, that was a lot of blood for that. And then all you do, now here's the thing, if you don't have any tips on the screen or anything like that, there's no prompt to get off of the tripod, but it's the exact same button. Boop. And then off you go. And to dismantle it, it's as easy as getting to the bag here. And going, whoops. And going, oh, I can't even get it. Highlight it, gone. So that easy. It does put an icon on the map and everything. So I'm gonna have quite the creative uses for them coming up, I think. I'm gonna think of a lot of how to do that. So 12 big ones for her. And I guess we should look at the difference in sizes actually. Let's put, you actually can't put 2 of them up next to each other. There's a distance that you have to set them apart. The first thing I wanted to do was make a circle of them, but it wouldn't let me do that. So I gotta find something to compare the heights. Okay, here, we can use the Jeep to compare the heights here. So, what one did I pull out here? I want the smaller one first. So here's the Big Brother one, the one we just used. So we'll just deploy that. There we go. So, what's that? We used to stand on top of the Jeep. So, it's about, you know, 2.5 Jeep heights if you're standing on top of the Jeep or so. And you can climb up on it, and so this is your height here. There's our curve, and you can't really move, you can just only spin around on it. And you can still use photo mode, all that good stuff. There he is, sitting nice and comfortable, I guess. Enjoying the views. He should have his like arms leaning or something on there. Anyways, so we're gonna get down from that. And if you did try to deploy the giraffe, it will not let you do it too close to another stand. But we can sort of see the difference in height. Sort of. Nah, it's going to be hard to see. So let's take that down. So we look up. The seat's right there. We know how tall it is compared to the Jeep. I can't select the bag. There we go. And then we'll set up the giraffe. There we go. So, much taller there. So there's the Jeep. You got another Jeep for sure. Looks like you got 2.5 Jeeps and then a little bit of height if you're on it. Or at least 2 for sure. But it is noticeable when you get into things. So we'll jump up on that. And you can definitely feel the difference when you're up here. It's not massive, but there is certainly a difference in the height. It gets a little overpowered actually. So what do I have left? 5 minutes? I'm going to find just some deer or something like that, and we will do basic use of the tripod. So I fast traveled just sort of northeast, where I have a tripod set up. We're not going to be using that one. But this is the Highlands. This is where I was saying how it's sort of... oh, we're going to render some in right here. Rocky Mountain elk. How come there's only 3? This might have been one of the herds I decimated. Oh no, here they come. Welcome. Oh, he's my 4-star I'm watching. Alright. Look at... Now, I don't know why there's such a delay in them populating here. I'm guessing because I have so many animals populating at once. There's a lot of animals around here. But this is different than other maps. This is something I haven't noticed yet. I don't think I've had a full year go by, actually, on this save. But this is going to be the one that I continue to use after the video and going forward. Hey, I'm watching this 4-star here. So, and then I don't know who's off in the distance there. But that's that big lake I'm telling you about. These guys go down and drink on it and everything like that. So what you would do is, you know, you do your normal approach. Now the wind's kind of going at them, so... Well, we use these rocks. And... I'm pretty sure these rocks will work for cover. I haven't fully scienced the map or anything, not anywhere near. Oh, am I startling them? Yes. So I've alerted them. 120 meters is just fine. We're just going to wait until they calm down. With hiker, it doesn't take very long at all. Look at that big guy, though. Well, there's something else I noticed I think changed. We'll go over that in just a second. So here they are. And what we'll do is we'll use the big guy, the giraffe. And basically you can just... Ta-da! There's my stand. And you're in it. And they're right there. So, oh, now I can take a perfectly clear shot. So you can carry this great big stand around, and they didn't even notice. But that's something I have to science yet fully. That's kind of what's in the next little video. You notice how they're not disturbed. I got to go over that with the different difficulty levels and do some testing on it. Because right now on hiker, this doesn't bother them. So it's kind of an overpowered thing at the moment. I feel it kind of weird walking around. Because once you start getting used to it, you just kind of, oh, there's animals, plop. And then you get up and get your shot. Get down. Take it away. And away you go. Now, I don't think there's... Here's something we can do. The photo cam. I didn't check the other difficulties. But I remember hiker difficulty stopping at 120 meters. What I thought it was. It goes to 150 now, because these are like at 120 out. I can keep going. And it's 150. I can't remember. I thought it stopped sooner than that. Even on... I know hiker had the boost, but I think the default difficulties are 100 meters, right? And then there's a perk that extends it too. But hiker only extends it by 20%, so I thought it was 120 meters. Anyways, I can go up to 150 meters now. And I found that longer than I remember. But let's just take a quick look. So these are the Rocky Mountain elk that everybody knows and loves, so they're just our test subject sensor here, and there's an awful lot of elk. So I'm just taking a look, see if there's any of these adults that, he's got the dark variation antlers, and he's got the lighter variations. This herd's looking pretty healthy, though. This guy's a little off balance. So maybe take him down. But he's not looking bad, though. Like, he's not horrible. Well, what's this guy over here? Yeah, he's looking healthy, too. So are you. Okay, this herd is doing okay. I don't really need to bother it too much, but I will pick the one that seems to be lopsided a bit. If I can get him picked out again. This guy right here, right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to zoom out, and I got to remember which one he is. He's just to the right. He's going to clip in. Yeah, I can't really see him. He's a 1-star adult. Gonna be quite the shot here. Get our little 270 out. 100 cents down. We're gonna let him have a few. We're gonna go for spine. Watch for him to come out. I don't know if I hit the cow or him. Oh, just in front. Oh. Yeah, he's kind of wounded there. Is he going slow? Yeah, he's right here. We gotta raise the... We're gonna let him slow down. We're gonna mark the distance. 300. And we're gonna maybe speed up his demise here. I don't worry about meat integrity anymore. 200,000 something. Have another one, buddy. Oh, and then they're gonna get running again. Oh, right in front of you. Oh, man. You're gonna take cover around the rocks, eh? Okay, well, let's, I gotta give him some time. He's got a few holes in him now. We just jumped down off her tripod. Get her little bag here. And away we go. To go get him. So I know that, that tripod kind of hunting style is definitely going to be, or going to divide the community quite a lot. Not very realistic to run around with a great big thing. Just plop it out, take a shot, take it down. A lot of people are using it, like they're carrying it, because why not? And then the biggest thing to do is, oh no, the animals are just over this rock, or just over this hill, so you know you run into that situation a bunch where they're just over there and you can't get close enough to them without spooking them, right? So you can just go here, here's my stand. You have to wait till the green all fills in, and then up you go. And then, oh, I can see them now up here, so then you take your shot and you get back down. Like, it doesn't take very much time at all. So we were doing that with the UTV, right? But this gets you higher, and then it doesn't spook them anywhere near as much as the UTV was. But let me know what you guys think on that. Since everybody's going to be trying them out, we're going to be doing a lot with them. I'm mainly going to be using them to mark things on the map, put them on trails, put them on spots that I like watching. So here, I just drive up here, and then I just jump in this, and I've got a view of the entire lake, you know. And I'll be moving them around. Like, I think I'm going to use them... like I'll carry one with me, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure what I make of the running around and deploying them. But it's hard to resist because it makes it so much easier. But I'll be setting them up like I'll be hunting a certain amount of herds or a few of them. So I'll just concentrate them on that sort of thing. So I've got some ideas for them. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I forgot to go over. I know we haven't really looked at much animals or anything like that, but everybody's going to be playing anyways, and YouTube's going to be flooded with videos on that, so I wanted to do a more kind of in-depth one, showing the patch notes and just showing the basics of the tripods and stuff. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of videos looking at them. You're going to probably, you know, the first release, you're going to have people with 5 stars, everything. They have early access to so many YouTubers with it, which is good. They want as much publicity as they can get. But you're not going to be any short of finding videos showing, you know, the monster 5 stars, everything, probably. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm taking my time with it. So, But yeah, I'm gonna try to live stream. I'm gonna try, and then yeah, because I'm gonna take my time going through it just like I did the other ones. Like I'm still not completed any of the maps really, so oh, there they are looking at me. I'll pick this guy up. Yeah, my hunting these days are with the 270 because the bolt actions don't follow up fast enough, and then all we have is one lever action. We need another lever action. The 3030's got the quickest follow up, and then the 270 with the pump action is slightly slower than the 3030, but quicker than the bolt actions. So you can get a, you know, you can do kind of what you're seeing. I'm not going to shoot anyone's, but just like I was testing these out, and the bolts can go quite fast because of the pump here. So I've been letting them have it with this. Let's just pick him up quick. Oh yeah, so I missed the spine. I wonder what the hitbox is for the spine. Oh no, there it hit it. It just didn't have any kind of oomph it needed. But I did hit the spine, just... Yeah, these spine shots aren't very... like a good idea in this game for the most part, unless you got the really big gun. So I did hit the spine. The second shot was good on the lung. There we go. And then... oh, I knocked out the other lung, so... there. 63%. These days, if you're below 75%, you're low fit to me, so... I don't have any problems taking that guy out. But I'm going to take a pause just for a second to see if there's anything I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. So yeah, it's not going to be one of the videos, of course, to show all the different animals or whatever. Just that's going to be well covered. I wanted to make sure to get the details out there. Get all those basics, and stay tuned because I'm going to do a video specifically on the tripods. So I guess I will sign off because I can't really think of anything else. So anyways, New Zealand here is definitely bringing the name Way of the Deer Hunter back, because it's definitely a deer hunter friendly map, and the goats are pretty cool too, the feral goats and the tar. So definitely pick it up if it looks good, and check out all those animals, check out all the other YouTubers, because I'm sure they'll be showing lots of their stuff, and keep tuned for the tripod one, and also possibly a live stream, and then I'll be going through the story as well for Way of the Hunter. So thanks a bunch for hunting. Everybody enjoy the new map. Take care. See you next time.